Okay, so I called it. After having some trouble getting to it, I guess the painter had some other things to do. I now finally have my fender, and it is now Tuesday and the fender is looking very good. Oops, I need to turn the light on. As I suspected, the minute I get my fender, we have torrential downpours, and of course now it's not raining, but all the pine needles are everywhere, everything. So we didn't pick a good day to ride. Anyway, I'm going to get busy and put this thing together again, put all the molding on it and everything else with new hardware. And that's it. Okay, we've got the chrome pieces back on. All the hardware worked out fine. All the new stuff for the fender skirt. And the guardrail will have to get tightened up completely once the bolts are in. And that's it. Now we're just waiting for the weather to dry up. It's starting to clear up a little out here. And we'll get to putting it on the bike. Okay, before I get going here, there were a couple things that I wanted to address real quick, because I know we have a few do-it-yourselfers and guys working on their own stuff. And as some of you probably know, I talked to Felix quite a bit, and we were discussing about how to raise the front wheel up. And the way I do it is basically like this. I've got the bike on the kickstand, and I've got this floor jack up under the frame rail here, and I've got a rubber cushioned piece for my floor jack. I mean, I've got the standard metal one too, but you know, you can always cut a piece of inner tube to put over that so it doesn't scratch the hell out of the frame, and that lifts the front end up off the ground just fine. You know, and it's on the kickstand, so it's just basically leveraging the bike over on that side. And the other thing I wanted to mention too, for a lot of these locking tabs, you'll see these, they hold the fender on, you know, and then you bend the tab over. Well, don't worry about those. Don't try to make them work again or get new ones. Just go ahead and use these over after you flatten them out, and you can use a little bit of blue Loctite on there, although it's not necessary. In my over 40 years of riding and building Harleys, I have never had a front fender come loose or fall off or a bolt fall out. Just torque it down to a reasonable tightness, and that's it. I use anti-seize on mine. I torque them down to spec, and of course you'll have to look up what the spec is for your bike. That's probably on the internet too if you don't have a shop manual. But and really, you don't remove a front fender that often. So, but I just wanted to mention that those bend-over locking tabs, they're not necessary. I mean, the factory's probably covering its ass. Now, I do flatten them out and I do leave them on there. That way the bolts are spaced right, because these go into a blind hole. So if they're too long, they'll bottom out and they won't hold the fender very tight. So you want to leave all that there, and you don't really want to put lock washers on it because they're too thick. And that'll interfere with installing and reinstalling the tire later on. The bolts might be out a little bit and you'll have to let air out of the tire, just put the tire back up in there. So I wanted to quickly mention that before I get to work here and take this apart again to put the fender on, and hopefully I don't scratch it. Well, that's it, folks. That's it, a completely blacked out, well, except for the saddlebags, and I am taking the red stripe off of that. But there it is. Fender went on, no problems. Went on fairly quick. No scratches. Everything got done. Everything torqued down. So I think that I'm in good shape here. And everything's looking very nice and clean, and actually I need to do a little bit of a wipe down. I got to find a really nice soft cloth to to get everything wiped down without scratching it. Of course, I'll blow it off first, but that's it. That's the repaint. So I'm very pleased and I'm happy, and if anybody has any questions, hit me up in the comments section. You know, if I can help anybody out, I will. So, all right, everybody have a good day, and I'm going to be moving the bike in because it looks like the rains are coming back, and just in time. And we should be clearing, and hopefully by the weekend I can go and take this baby for a ride. All right, bye-bye.